So before you ask a professor or someone for an exception to a policy or an extension to an academic deadline, bear in mind there can be a social cost to that request. Depends on that person and your dynamic, but one thing to consider is whether or not the person to whom you're going to be directing this request is from an ask culture, so direct, blunt communication style like East Coast New York, or guess culture, more Midwest, South culture, more indirect, nuanced communication style. If the person is from an indirect communication style, a guess culture, it's imposing to ask a question directly where especially they may need to say no, because it doesn't feel good to say no to someone. So you don't ask, you don't get. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. You do need to brush up on those skills, develop the skill to self-advocate, negotiate, persuade, and recognize that there is a social cost to those inquiries sometimes. So you have to decide for yourself whether it's worth it to you to ask someone for a favor. And just bear that in mind too. You are asking someone for a favor to grant you an extension or to give you an exception to that policy. Why is that policy in place? There's a reason. So just bear that in mind as you think about these questions.